Sunday, October 4, 2020. I'm Lights Camera Jackson. Welcome to LCJ Live. We're here. It's the first Sunday of October. Already quite a start to the month, the final quarter of 2020. I've got Fred and Barney here because the other day the Flintstones celebrated 60 years on the air, and next Sunday, the 11th, New York Comic-Con virtual panel will be celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Flintstones. I'll be doing coverage of New York Comic-Con starting Thursday for AnimationScoop.com through the weekend. New York Comic-Con virtual panels run Thursday through Sunday, so I will be doing coverage of that. Looks like we got some breaking sports news right now. Reports coming in that the Patriots-Chiefs game will be played Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern on CBS. So if that is true, and again, these reports are just coming in right now, if that is true, CBS would have to blow away their Monday night programming lineup, at least for the East Coast, of Big Brother as well as One Day at a Time, the show that was on Pop TV. They struck a deal with CBS to air some of the episodes for just a few weeks at least on the network, and it was to begin tomorrow night. I'm not so sure that's going to happen anymore. Again, if this is true, reports saying there were no positive COVID cases, Patriots-Chiefs coming in this morning, so they're going to try to go ahead with this game tomorrow night. The NFL got through 3 weeks without having major COVID case situations to change the schedule of games. We had one earlier in the week already of a delay for a game, and now this game, the Patriots game, now looks like it will be Monday night on CBS in prime time, and that'll probably do pretty well. The other Monday night game looks like be at 8:50 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Tonight in prime time on NBC, Fly Eagles Fly. We need a win. Oh my gosh. I thought the Eagles couldn't go 0-3, and they didn't go 0-3. They went 0-2-1. They tied last week, which is considered a loss in many football pools, just to let you know. So that's what's happening. So again, Patriots looks like Monday night, but again, anything can happen. It's such a fluid time. I've been saying that for 7 months, but it's true. It is such a fluid time. Russ, top 3 ever. Go Seahawks. He is a Seahawks fan. But I need Fly Eagles Fly. I need that to happen. If you're just joining us, also some breaking news on the movie theater situation. Cineworld has put out a statement saying that we have not confirmed whether we are closing all the US and UK movie theater locations. We are considering that decision, but we have not put that decision into full effect. What I think happened was many of the tabloids over in the United Kingdom got this story from somebody. They decided to run with it this morning in the Sunday papers over in the UK and kind of beat the headlines of what Cineworld would be putting out in the next couple of days. I still believe it is going to happen. I don't think they will step back from this decision at all. They slightly are now just to save face for a couple days, but I do believe that all of these theaters in the United Kingdom and all the Regal Cinemas locations here in the United States, in North America, will close by probably Friday. Maybe even Thursday night. I really think it's going to happen. Is Regal closing just until movies are back? Well, it would just be until there are enough big movies to open. Now, this Friday, new family movie, The War with Grandpa, Robert De Niro. I have seen it. It is supposed to be opening in theaters. I've also seen Yellow Rose, which is a drama, which is opening in some theaters as well. So you have a couple films. Next Friday the 16th, supposedly, the Liam Neeson action movie, Honest Thief, supposed to come in and try to save the day a little bit. But Regal may not be giving that Liam Neeson action movie a chance, which is too bad if that's the case. I have a Regal Cinemas near me, a standalone, not attached to a mall, and I was driving by there yesterday and I saw the sign that said 48 states have movie theaters safely open. Why not New York? That was on the giant marquee there. And that is a direct attack at Governor Andrew Cuomo for not allowing indoor movie theaters to be open during this time. Indoor movie theaters have not been open since the middle of March in the state of New York. And whether it's New York City or Buffalo or Syracuse or Albany, where I am, none of them are open. Not a single movie theater can be open in the state of New York and since then. It's been a crazy time, obviously, for movie fans. If you wanted to see a big new movie like Bill and Ted or The New Mutants, you'd have to go to a drive-in. If you want to see Tenet, like I did, you'd have to go out of state. All right. Coming up, comments here. Brett Harity, glad this doesn't affect me. Never had a Regal in my area. We are a Regal town. Upstate New York is a Regal town. Though there is a Landmark, which I wish was open as well as some Bow Tie and Criterion Cinemas. but we have been dominated for a long time here in upstate New York by Regal. Don't have an AMC near me for about 2 hours. Is Croods 2 going to VOD? I like the first one. Trolls 2 did well on VOD, so I don't see why not, says Russ Top 3 Ever. Right now, Universal has a deal with AMC, who I believe will stay open in all this unless they're really suffering, which they could be, but they have a deal with Universal, AMC, where they're going to put out some movies, and then they're going to put them on VOD like 3-4 weeks later, the short window. And so I think that will apply to the Croods. I think they're going to put out the Croods Thanksgiving, day before Thanksgiving, November 25, whatever AMC theaters are open. Again, this is as of now. Anything could change at any moment. But they're going to put it out, and then in 3 or 4 weeks it will be on VOD. Now, could DreamWorks and Universal change their mind for the holidays? Absolutely. This thing could go straight to VOD, no questions asked, and probably do pretty well. Because I believe that, as I wrote in a blog piece that I posted the other day when the No Time to Die delay news first happened, kids are not going to the indoor movie theaters. Like, who wants to see Despicable Me in an indoor theater when you could watch it on TV or Peacock or wherever it is, whichever streaming service, Netflix, whichever one it's on right now? Who's going to want to pay all the theater prices, even if they're $5, and go to an indoor theater? Parents aren't going to want to take kids. Older people aren't going to want to go. So if you have a family film, and now The War with Grandpa is trying to do the in-theater thing, but I don't know if it's going to work. And again, I can't give my opinion yet on the movie. I'm embargoed till Friday morning, but I don't know if you're going to bring in a lot of families, no matter where the theaters are open, for War with Grandpa. I could easily see Croods going to VOD, and 5 days earlier, I can easily see Pixar's Soul going to Disney+. No question about it. They're holding on to that November 20 release date, which is when No Time to Die was supposed to open, but we all know Soul's going to Disney+. We know it is. They still want to be up for animated feature. They want to be released within the Oscar calendar. They can't delay it several months. They'll make up the money how they make up the money, and maybe it'll be $30 like Mulan. Soul will be on Disney+. If Soul is not on Disney+ November 20, if they try to put it out in theaters, at least at this point today, I will be very surprised if it goes to theaters. I will be very surprised. Just want to say your Doctor Strange and Booksmart reviews are comedic genius. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Every once in a while I try to put some humor into these rapid reviews and some things happening. Hey, new rapid review coming at you for Yellow Rose tomorrow. Also, new LCJ Q&A podcast episode tomorrow with Nikki Lopez. She is the creator of Santiago of the Seas, a new Nickelodeon animated series premiering this Friday. Great chat with her. New LCJ Q&A podcast episode tomorrow. Also on Tuesday, my review of the first 2 episodes of The Right Stuff, the new miniseries on Disney Plus this Friday. I'll have my take on that. Hoping to see the Adam Sandler movie before it debuts on Netflix Wednesday. Hubie Halloween. Review for War with Grandpa on Friday. And last night, I watched On the Rocks, which is the new Bill Murray movie with Rashida Jones. Now, this film is in select theaters now. It's in Landmark Theaters locations through A24 and Apple. Apple putting it on Apple TV Plus on October 23rd. I'm going to save my opinions a little closer to the Apple release, but I will say this. What can I say? What do I want to say? I had high expectations because of Lost in Translation. This is the reunion of Bill Murray and Sofia Coppola 17 years after Lost in Translation, a film that earned Bill Murray a Golden Globe win, a BAFTA Best Actor win, and an Oscar nomination that many people thought was going to go to him. The SAG winner that year, believe it or not, was Johnny Depp for the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie as Captain Jack Sparrow. Yeah, that's right. He won Best Actor for that performance. And then was nominated for an Oscar for that. It's a rare case of a role in a blockbuster action franchise movie to be up for a major acting Academy Award. I mean, some of you could say, Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker and Heath Ledger is the Joker. Yeah, but there's something a little bit different. The fact that the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise spanned 5 movies and was the start of something different and was a Disney movie, was a Walt Disney Pictures movie, the first one in 2003. And he gets up for Best Actor. It's rare to ever see something like that in the history of the Academy Awards. So some people thought he was going to win the Academy Award. But it went to Sean Penn for Mystic River. Now, it was not an easy win for Sean Penn for Mystic River. And if you remember 5 years later, it was a back-and-forth battle between Sean Penn and Mickey Rourke. Sean Penn was up for Milk, for playing Harvey Milk. Mickey Rourke was nominated for The Wrestler. They went back and forth throughout that award season, and my gut told me that Sean Penn was going to win for Harvey Milk, and I was correct. But again, not an easy win. So Sean Penn, a two-time Oscar winner, but in both cases was not the clear and definitive frontrunner. Interesting to think about that. Are there any major movies you think are actually going to come out in theaters in the rest of 2020? Well, unless they really pull these movies, War with Grandpa and Yellow Rose this week. I hope Honest Thief does. Though, here's something. Monster Hunter from Sony. That was supposed to come out September. They pushed it to April of next year. And then yesterday, a trailer comes out. It's like, we're going to put this thing out in theaters in December. So that's shaking things up a little bit. I don't know if that's still going to come true. I really don't. I'll be surprised, I guess, if that happens. But maybe there'll be stuff for Christmas. But again, I said this months ago. Christmas, colder weather, flu season. Nobody's going to feel well. Nobody's going to want to leave their house. Do you think everything in the air is going to be good for people to want to go to the movie? No. The answer is no. The answer was you should put out these movies in the summertime when at least people were doing okay, and then you could correlate it with the drive-ins. Again, but a lot of these studios weren't thinking. And now, as I wrote yesterday, if you don't adjust to VOD and streaming for some of these movies are not going to open for years. No Time to Die? A couple more years. I'm maybe exaggerating a little bit, but in a sense I'm not. Because that's where we're at. These studios are hoping, praying. Oh, the indoor theaters. And people want to come together and sit close to each other and take in something on a giant screen and experience everything for themselves. Some of these studios got to understand that's just not going to happen again for quite some time. They'll go to the drive-ins. What needs to happen is the correlation between the VOD debut and a drive-in to help out the drive-ins where it's safe to see these films when it's nice weather. We're here in upstate New York. In a couple weeks, the drive-ins aren't going to be open anymore and won't be back open for 5 or 6 months. Theaters may not be the same. You're absolutely right. What's up, Mark Money? Thanks for being here on LCJ Live. Appreciate it. Yeah, it may never be the same. Believing in the theatrical experience is not something you should be doing right now. You should be believing in, you have these films, people need the content, people want the content, they're at home. That's why Netflix is doing very well. That's why Disney Plus is doing very well with some of the decisions they're making. The Marvel Cinematic Universe will keep getting pushed back and back and back. And even a vaccine for COVID may not help. It may not do it enough to say, yeah, I'm comfortable going to a theater. The majority of people, yeah, I'm comfortable, or I want to see a big movie in a theater, or I want to go out. Yeah. What a time. What a time. It has just been an unbelievable year. I wasn't sure, when I saw Tenet on Monday, August 31st, I wasn't sure whether it would be the last time I would see a movie in a theater for 2020. I'm still not sure. I may be back. It depends on what's coming into the theaters. It depends on if theaters are open. It depends on all of that. What's going to happen between now and December 31st? I had a gut feeling at Bloodshot on March 12th. That was probably the last time for a while. But going into Tenet, because it was the first one in 5.5 months, I thought, all right, I'm back. Maybe I'll come back again soon. But now I'm not so sure. I'm really not. The clock is ticking. The weeks keep going by. And not getting a lot better overall. I saw some things for Jim Carrey SNL this morning on social media, but I was watching On the Rocks last night and some other stuff last night, so I haven't checked out his full performance. So, big name actor to come into the SNL world to play Joe Biden. And you talk about Jim Carrey and awards season. Remember, he won the Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Drama for The Truman Show and then got snubbed by the Academy completely. And you see some of his things on some of the Academy Awards moments, including that year. I think Jim Carrey was still at the Oscars and made a couple of cracks about that. So that was interesting. Ben Affleck, The Way Back, was one of the last films I saw at an indoor theater. It was a very good performance. Could he be up for an Oscar depending on how this all shakes out? I don't know, because the movie opened and people saw it and people liked his performance. Could he end up one of the top 5 of the year? We'll see. But again, the Academy Awards is not until the end of April. Oh my gosh, that's so far away. Who can think that far away? And these studios just picking dates. It'll be fine. We'll be good. Let's just do it again. And then they'll keep delaying and delaying and delaying. This cycle will go on for years. It will go on for years. So anyway, so new movies, new shows. I'm going to be trying a couple new shows this week. One is called Next. It's on Fox. I'm interested in that. John Slattery. A show that was supposed to be in mid-season this past year, and Fox said, we're going to hold on to it because we need the content. And that was a smart move. Another show is Devils, which is Patrick Dempsey, which was an acquisition from overseas. And the CW is going to start airing it this week, so I'm going to be checking out that. Jimmy Kimmel Live Game Night is back Tuesday, though tonight is Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Jimmy Kimmel Live will be back on Tuesday with Bill Murray, so that'll be interesting to hear him talk about the movie. On The Rocks, which I checked out last night. Thank you, Apple, for adding it to the screeners page. And starting this Thursday, I'll have coverage for New York Comic Con panels, including Wolfwalkers, which I have seen. I saw that through Toronto. And some big animation shows and films and things on the way. I have something very exciting for Friday, but I cannot tell you what it is. I have had the chance to... I'll say this. I've had the chance to see part of a movie that's supposed to be coming out before the end of the year. Tomorrow I'll be able to reveal what that movie is. But on Friday, I'll have a special piece about that. I think it's tomorrow I can reveal it. Yeah, I think it is tomorrow. But Friday, I'll have a special piece relating to that. So that is all I can say right now, but something exciting planned for Friday. And some things I'll believe I'll be able to share tomorrow that I've had to keep a secret for a couple weeks. And it's tough for me to keep a secret on things. It is. But I've had to keep this one a couple weeks, and I'll finally, hopefully, be able to reveal it tomorrow. As we wrap things up here on LCJ Live, as Russ, with all the comments today, appreciate it. Last movie he saw in the theater was Downhill. Downhill aired on HBO last night. It was their Saturday night movie premiere. This Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen, this Saturday night, Cats is on HBO. How will it do? How many people will be howling at the screen watching Cats on HBO on Saturday night? It could do really well. It could. If they promote it well and if people realize that Cats is on, if you missed it in theaters, if you want to experience it for yourself, Cats Saturday night, that'll be something. So that is this Saturday night at 8 o'clock on HBO, and the ratings of that will come out the following Tuesday, though maybe with Columbus Day that'll be pushed to the following Wednesday to see how many people watch Cats. I'm Lights Camera Jackson. Go to lights-camera-jackson.com. Excuse me. Go to lights-camera-jackson.com, Twitter at LCJ Reviews, Instagram at LightsCamJackson for more. All the reviews, the blog reviews, pieces, interviews, new LCJ Q&A podcast episode tomorrow, and more coming at you all week long heading into New York Comic Con as well. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Stay well. Go Eagles, fly tonight. And I'll see you back here next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern for another episode of LCJ Live. Take care, everybody. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.